Hi guys, today I will tell you why the new Zen update is the worst of all time. But before that, subscribe. My goal is 1,000 subscribers, only you can do it. I hope for you. So let's start with the facts. First, Zen Aura only activates for 5 minutes per hour. The rest of the time you can't farm Tranquil mutations. This dramatically slows down the pace of the game and makes farming artificially limited. Second, Tranquil mutation times 20 sounds powerful, but the chance to get it is very low, and it only drops when the aura is active. All the other mutations from the update are even rarer and tied to luck, which... Third, Zen Tree takes too much time. To level it up to the max, you need to turn in hundreds of Tranquil fruits. It turns into a grueling grind, especially given the time limit. Fourth, Chi is the event's internal currency. It's hard to get, and the prices in the Zen shop are too high. Most players won't have time to farm the required amount before the end of the event. Fifth, new pets, including Kitsune, have very low chances. For example, the chance for Kitsune is only 0.08%. This kills the motivation of most players. Zen looks beautiful, but in reality, progress is slow, the balance is broken, and in-game progression is tied to hours of waiting and randomness. This is not about gardening, this is about patience and suffering. So that's the background. Now let's talk about it in more detail. The Zen update in Grow a Garden is one of the most massive and anticipated events. New mutations, pets, currency, and even a whole upgrade tree. But behind all this beauty, there is a deep problem. Today. The main feature of the update is the Tranquil mutation with a ×20 multiplier. It is only available when Zen Aura is active, which turns on once an hour and lasts only 5 minutes. This means that players are forced to either sit in the game 24/7 or almost completely miss the event. Progress does not depend on the player's activity, but on the server timer. Rarer mutations like Foxfire Chakra ×90 and Radioactive ×80 are also virtually unavailable. Foxfire requires Kitsune to hatch to 0.08% chance, that's 1 in 1250 eggs. Without boosts, you can open them for days without any result. Radioactive requires a special weather mutation, which appears rarely and randomly. Unlike standard weathers, carrot weather depends on mutations in the location, and the chances of getting the right one are extremely small. The Zen Tree is the central element of the event. It looks like a progression system. You hand in Tranquil fruits and upgrade the tree, opening access to rewards. In practice, to pump a tree to stage 5, you need more than 400 Tranquil fruits. With a 5-minute window and a low chance of mutations, this is tens of hours of farming. Even with maximum boosts, leveling up is slow. The game actually punishes you if you miss a few Zen Auras. You simply won't have time to reach the final stage of the event. This ends up being a grind by timer rather than by choice. Zen Tree is not an interesting task, but a barrier between you and the rewards. Instead of regular coins, the event uses Chi, a resource that can only be obtained by turning in Tranquil fruits during Zen Aura. But the amount of Chi for fruits is negligible. 1 Tranquil fruital to Chi. Prices in the store range from 100 to 800 plus Chi per item. To buy at least 1 rare pet, you need to hand in hundreds of fruits, which is impossible within the framework of a short event, without donations or constant play on the alarm clock. Unlike previous events, where you could play at your own pace, here you are strictly tied to rare timers and 1 source of currency. Zen added several pets: Tanuki, Shiba Inu, Nihonzaru, Kitsune, and others. But the chance of rare ones is disproportionately small. Even with the legendary egg and boosts, you get dozens of duplicate Tanuki, and the pets you need remain unavailable. This kills the interest of most players. You grind according to a timer, spend Chi, and in the end you get the same ordinary pets. Add to that, there is no guarantee of a pet, no pity system, and no cumulative benefit from opening eggs. This is blatantly disrespectful of players' time. The balance is broken, old mechanics are outdated, The Zen update almost completely displaces all other mutations. Tranquil times 20 immediately makes old mutations irrelevant. CHAKRA times 15 and Foxfire times 90 actually cover the previous maximum boosts. This creates a sharp imbalance. Everything you developed before is now useless. Newcomers and intermediate players are particularly affected, as they are unable to participate effectively in the event, but at the same time see that the old systems have become dramatically devalued. The content looks nice, but is unplayable. The developers clearly invested in the visuals, a Zen garden, bridges, lanterns, a meditative atmosphere. But behind this lies a complete gap between the design and the gameplay. In a game about calm gardening, the player is forced to run to aura every 55 minutes. Keep an eye on timers, pray for mutations to drop. And all this under the guise of calm Zen. Essentially, the game turns into a timer clicker rather than a gardening simulator. The community is unhappy. On forums, Reddit, and Discord, players note to strict time limits, inadequate chance of mutations and pets, excessively long leveling of Zen tree, lack of a fair reward system. Many people write that this is the slowest, most confusing, and inconvenient event in the history of the game. And this opinion is not unique. Even top players call Zen a beautiful dummy. Zen Update could have been a masterpiece. It has style, atmosphere, and idea but the execution is a complete failure The timers are a hindrance to the game The progress is too slow The balance is broken The odds are inadequate And the rewards. Zen is an update that feels more like a test of patience than fun And if the developers don't reconsider their approach, this update will go down in history as the most disastrous in Grow a Garden. Well, that's all. If you want to add something or, on the contrary, object, write in the comments, like, subscribe, and bye-bye to everyone.